Good morning, students. A warm welcome to you all in online teaching session. So, students, in previous lecture, we have already started with the new chapter 1.4, The King's Choice. Now, in previous lecture, we have completed the half part. Now, let's continue the remaining part in today's lecture. So, before beginning with the remaining chapter, I request you all to kindly open your English textbook. Now, dear students, in previous lecture, we learned that the next morning, we studied till here that the next morning, the lion and his coat. Who were there in his coat? Leopard. Yes, the leopard who was appointed as his bodyguard. Then fox who was appointed as his advisor, and the vulture who was appointed as his messenger. So the lion and his court, they started off on the camel's hunt. They reached the edge of the desert easily, but after they left the shelter of the forest, the day became very hot. The sun shone down with fire-hot rays. So, dear students, as the lion agreed with the troop, and they set out on a journey through the desert to find a camel on the camel's hunt. So they started off to the journey. As they reached the edge of the desert but after they left the shelter of the forest, the day became very hot, and the sun shone down with fire hot rays. As the day progressed, the sun rose up, and they became increasingly tired of walking. Lion, leopard, fox, and the vulture. Whose idea was this of the camel's hunt? Yes, the vulture's idea. This was the vulture's idea. He told this idea to the lion. And as they progressed, the sun rose up and they became very tired of walking because it was very hot. Now just turn your page. Open your textbook, page number 12. So dear students, now just open your textbook, page number 12. High up in the cooler air, the vulture flew. Hurry along, he called. The camel is not far off. But the lion could not hurry any more. The hot sand had burnt his paws. He could go no farther. So, dear students, the vulture, he flew high up in the cooler air. Okay, so he was not feeling very hot and tired because he was high up in the sky in the cooler air. So he said to the leopard and fox and lion, he said to the three of them that hurry along. The camel is not far off. But the lion could not hurry anymore. Why? Because he was so tired. The hot sand had burnt his paws and he could go no farther. Lion was so tired that he was not able to walk anymore. Stop, he shouted to the others. Let us go back to the forest. I do not care to try camel's meat. See, lion was so tired because the sun rose up and it was extremely hot. It was so hot that the hot sand had burned his paws and he could not go further. He could not walk further. He was already tired. he said to his courtiers that just stop. He just shouted to them, "Let us go back to the forest." Who said this? Lion. "I do not care to try camel's meat." Lion has finally gave up. He just quit and he said to his courtiers that let's go back to the forest. I do not care to try camel meat. The Lion King's advisors were frightened. The forest was far behind them, and they did not know how to get the lion back home. Now, the lion told to his courtiers to take him back to the forest. But his courtiers, they were frightened. The Lion King's advisors were frightened. Why? Because the forest was far behind them, and they did not know how to get the lion back home. Lion is a huge, So the three of them were frightened that how they would get lion back to the forest. And lion was so tired that he was unable to walk. His paws were burnt of the hot sand. The leopard wanted to run away. The vulture wanted to watch and wait and eat the lion later on. But a clever fox thought of a plan. Off into the desert he ran, saying, "I will bring some help." So the leopard wanted to run away because he was not having any option. He was confused. He was frightened that how he would take lion back to the forest. So he wanted to run away. And the vulture, he just wanted to watch and wait and eat the lion later on. This was the vulture's plan. That's why he had brought the lion in the mid of the desert, and the lion was tired now. So what was the vulture's plan? He just wanted to watch and wait and eat the lion later on. But the clever fox thought of a plan. He ran off by saying that I will bring some help. After running for some time, the fox found the camel. The camel was indeed surprised to see him. "Hurry up, friend camel," said the fox. "Our king wants you at once." So, after running for some time, the fox finally found the camel. So, he went near the camel, and the camel was surprised to see the fox. So, he said to the friend camel that, "Hurry up, friend camel," said the fox. "Our king wants you at once." "Your king," said the camel. "Who is that? I do not know any king. I only know my master, for whom I carry goods across the desert." So, when fox said to camel that, "Hurry up, our king wants you at once." So, camel said, "Your king? Who is your king? I do not know any kind of kings. I only know my master, for whom I carry goods across the desert." So the camel, who said this? Camel to fox. "Our king, the lion, has killed your master," said the fox. "Now you are free, and the lion has invited you to live at his court. Come along." So the fox was very clever. Okay. So he said to camel that your king, our king, the lion king, has killed your master, and now you are free. So lion further said to camel that our lion king has invited you to live at his court. So come along with me. You are free now. Our lion king has killed your master, and now you have got the freedom. You can roam anywhere freely like a free bird. So the camel followed the fox. When the fox and the camel reached the lion's camp, the vulture and the leopard were surprised. Even the lion looked pleased in spite of his burnt paws. So the camel just followed the fox, and when the fox and the camel reached the lion's camp, the vulture and the leopard were surprised by seeing the camel along with the fox. And the lion also looked pleased in spite of his burnt paws. The camel was presented to the king. He agreed to serve the lion in return for a home at his court. "Get on the camel's back, your majesty," said the fox. "We will return home." So the camel was presented in front of the king, and he agreed to serve the lion in return for a home at his court. Yes, dear students, the fox offered to get help, and he found a camel and convinced him to go with him. So the camel also agreed, and he just followed the fox. So when the camel was presented in front of the lion, so the camel, he agreed. The camel took the lion and other three to the forest and agreed to serve the king. Whose king? The Lion King. So students, the camel, he agreed to serve the king, that is the lion, in exchange for a home at his court. Okay, so he agreed to serve the lion in return for a home at his court. Whose court? Lion's court. "Get on the camel's back, your majesty," said the fox. "We will return home." Now see how clever the fox was. Fox know that he would not be able to take lion back to the forest. That's why he just ran away and he found a camel. Okay, and he just convinced the camel to go with him, and the camel also agreed to serve the lion in return for a home at his court. So fox said to the lion that, "Get on the camel's back, your majesty. We will return home." Home means they will return back to the forest. The lion at once jumped onto the camel's back. His courtiers, the fox and the leopard, jumped too. So the lion jumped on the camel's back. Also his courtiers. Who were his courtiers? The fox and the leopard. Now dear student, just turn your page. Open your textbook, page number 13. Yes students, so the leopard and the fox, they too jumped on the camel's back. Jumped up behind him, and with the vulture flying ahead as a guide, they set off on the long journey back to the forest. So the camel has agreed to take on his back the lion and his courtiers. Who are his courtiers? The fox and the leopard. Okay, so these two also jumped on the camel's back, and the vulture flying ahead as a guide. They set off on the long journey back to the forest. When the travelers reached the forest, they were all tired and hungry. The fox, the leopard, and the vulture looked at the camel. Then they looked at each other and smiled hungry smiles. They had brought the camel for the king's dinner. Now it was time for the feast. The Lion King knew what his courtiers were thinking. He called the camel to him. So dear students, when this Lion King and the courtiers reached to the forest, they were all tired and hungry because they have walked miles away in search of camel. And now when they reached the forest, they were so tired and hungry. And the fox, the leopard, and the vulture looked at the camel curiously. They looked at each other and smiled hungry smiles. And their plan was to kill the camel. So they had brought the camels for the king's dinner, and it was time for the feast. But the Lion King knew that what his courtiers were thinking. So he called the camel to him. The Lion King called the camel to him. Friend camel, he said, I have to thank you for saving my life. You are welcome to live at my court as long as you like. I promise you my protection. The lion's courtiers were shocked. Had they not risked their lives so that he could try camel's meat? And the king wanted to let the camel live. So, the Lion King, he knew what his courtiers were thinking. So, he called the camel to him and he thanked the camel for saving his life. And he said to camel that you are welcome to live at my court as long as you like. And he also promised camel to give his protection. Who promised this? The Lion King to camel. So the lion courtiers were shocked. They were shocked. Who were shocked? Fox, vulture and leopard. These three of them were shocked. They asked themselves that had they not risked their lives so that he could try camel's meat? And the king wanted to let the camel live. The courtiers were not pleased with his decision. Yet they could do nothing. They were not happy with Lion King's decision, but they could not do anything. They could do nothing. Now the lion's paws were so badly burned that he could not go hunting. But that did not keep him from growing very hungry indeed. Fox, leopard, vulture, he shouted, don't you see that I am ill and hungry? Go and get me some food. Now, the lion's paws were so badly burned that he could not go for hunting. So, that did not keep him from growing very hungry indeed. So, the fox's paws were so burned that he would not go for hunting, and that did not keep him for growing very hungry indeed, because he was so hungry. So he called his courtiers, fox, leopard and vulture. He shouted to them that don't you see that I am ill and hungry? Go and get me some food. Who said this? Lion King. He ordered to his courtiers that go and get me some food. The courtiers had to obey the king. So out they went, but they did not go so far. They did not go far. They sat down in a safe place and discussed what they could do. I know, said the fox after a while. We shall make the camel ask to be eaten. He told the others of his plan. They all agreed. So back they went to the king. First the vulture stepped forward. Your Majesty, he said, bowing low. We had found no food, but we cannot let your Majesty suffer. I am a poor creature, eat me. So these courtiers, three of them, fox, leopard and vulture, they had to obey the king's decision. So they just went to bring some food for the lion, but they did not go far. They sat down in a safe place and they discussed what they could do, what suggestion, what solution should they put in front of the king. So the fox said, as the fox was very clever, and he said that we shall make the camel ask to be eaten. So he told the others of his plan. He told the two of them, leopard and vulture, his plan, and they two of them agreed, and they went back to the king. So first the vulture stepped forward and said to lion that your Majesty, we had found no food, but we cannot let your majesty suffer. I am a poor creature, eat me. So vulture offered himself in front of the lion king, that you can eat me. I am a poor creature. Now just turn your page, open your textbook, page number 14. Then the fox pushed the vulture aside. I have more meat on me, he cried. Eat me, your majesty. Then the first vulture stepped forward and he asked king that you can eat me. I have not brought any food, but you can eat me because I don't want your majesty to suffer. So further the fox pushed the vulture aside and he said to the king that I have more meat on me. He cried, eat me, your majesty. Who said this? Fox. Now the leopard rushed forward. I am not much good, he cried, but I could make a meal for the king. Now the third turn was leopard. He said that I am not much good, but I can make a meal for the king. I don't want my majesty to suffer. The camel listened to all these offers. He must do as much, he thought. Your majesty, he said, I too am willing to give my life for you. Please eat me instead of these old friends of yours, who will be more useful than I am. This was what the fox, the leopard, and the vulture were waiting for. They prepared to jump at the camel, but the lion stopped them. See, first the vulture went to the lion and he offered himself that he can eat. He told to the lion that he can eat him because he don't want his majesty to suffer. Then the fox went. He said that I have more meat on me. You can eat me. Third, the leopard do the same. So the camel listened to all these offers and he said to the lion that I too am willing to give my life for you. Please eat me instead of these old friends of yours because they will be more useful than I am. And by hearing these, the three courtiers of the lion, they were waiting for this. Okay, they three of them this was their plan. They were just waiting for these words. So this was what the fox, the leopard, and the vulture were waiting for. So they prepared to jump at the camel, but the lion stopped them. You are all good and loyal subjects, he said. My heart is touched by your offers. I accept them all. I shall eat you in the order in which you offered yourself. The vulture, the fox, and the leopard were shocked. Away flew the vulture, away ran the fox and the leopard. They were never seen in the forest again. The lion laughed to see them go. Then he turned to the camel and said, You have been loyal and good. You shall be my friend as long as we were alive. The camel was happy and grateful. The lion thought to himself, To be king is good, but to be kind is better. So, dear students, at the forest, the three courtiers wanted to feast on camel's meat. But when the lion seemed unwilling to kill the camel, they devised a plan. Knowing that the lion was hungry, they offered themselves to him and hoped that the lion would do the same. But the lion, however, saw through their plan and decided to eat the fox, the leopard, the vulture, and the camel in order that they had offered themselves. So by hearing these three cowardly courtiers, they ran away, and the lion rewarded the camel's loyalty and honesty with his friendship. So dear student, पहले वल्चर जो था, वल्चर ने ऑफर किया लायन को कि आप मुझे खा सकते हो. उसके बाद फॉक्स ऑफर्ड हिमसेल्फ, देन लेपर्ड. बट उन तीनों का प्लान था. सच में उनका प्लान ये था कि ऐसे कहते हुए कैमल भी आगे आएगा, वो भी अपने आप को ऑफर करेगा लायन के सामने, और फिर लायन जो है वो कैमल को हंट करके उनका एक डिनर बनेगा. ओके, तो उसके बाद जब कैमल आता है सामने तो ये तीनों, द थ्री कोर्टियर्स, वल्चर, फॉक्स एंड लेपर्ड, they were prepared to jump at the camel. वो प्रिपेयर्ड थे कैसे जंप करे कैमल को और उनका वो एक फीस्ट बन जाए. ओके, तो फिर लायन न्यू ऑल दिस थिंग्स. लायन को पता था कि ये तीनों का प्लान था. तो लायन ने क्या कहा, ठीक है मैं काम करता हूँ, जैसे आप लोगों ने कहा है तो मैं एक एक करके जो पहले आया था वैसे ही मैं स्टार्ट करता हूँ और सबको खाता हूँ. उसके बाद ये बात सुनकर लेपर्ड, फॉक्स एंड वल्चर ये तीनों भाग गए. और फिर बचा कौन, कैमल. देन ही रिवार्डेड कैमल. ही सेड टू कैमल दैट यू हैव बीन लॉयल एंड गुड. तू ही मेरा सच्चा दोस्त है और हमेशा रहेगा. जब तक मैं जिंदा रहेगा तभी camel and lion, they will be friends till end. Okay, and the camel was happy and grateful. So the story teaches us that the kindness is better than cruelty, and that we should be nice and loyal to those who are kind to us. Kind means दया. जो दयालु रहते हैं ना, kindness is more important. To be king is good. To be king is good, but to be kind is better. Kind रहना चाहिए हमेशा. The story teaches us that kindness is better. दया होनी चाहिए मन में. ओके, क्रूएल नहीं होना चाहिए. अभी ये तीनों जो थे, वल्चर, फॉक्स एंड लेपर्ड, एक क्रूएल थे. वो अपने फायदे के लिए कैमल को लेके आए, लेकिन हुआ क्या, उनके ऑपोजिट हुआ सब. लायन ने आखिर में लायन को समझा कि कौन लॉयल है, कौन उसका सच्चा दोस्त है. ओके, सो टू बी किंग इज गुड. द मॉरल ऑफ द स्टोरी, टू बी किंग इज गुड बट टू बी काइंड इज बेटर. सो स्टूडेंट्स, I hope you have understood this beautiful story very well. We'll see you in the next lecture. Till that, stay connected, stay safe.